Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool. And we can walk into the shop.
It was like a bolt, and you always get a bolt. That would be.
So what are we doing?
Doing a little soft mullet, I think.
Little soft mullet, yeah. So we did a haircut a few weeks ago, and yeah, we took it up and we do kind of a shag, but now you're inspired to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why not?
Yeah. Cool. Be a second.
Pretty much as like an each one, it's just more of a layering. When you have a colour too. Sometimes it doesn't just, keep it chopped off and a good wash, yeah. So is that fringe okay, do you reckon?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not, you don't want to short it away. I think it's a good length.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can do it.
We'll even use the old stripey.
But it's just an option.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's 1979,
Love it.
1970.
Oh, you're right. I'm just going to use your just to make sure.
Cool. Come on over, we'll wash it. And I'd be like, cool, awesome. Bring it on. There you go. Come on over. Take the towel out of this and your shoulders actually are. I don't want them elevated. Just put this over here.
You have a clothing rack in here, why?
Yeah, for some of the photo shoots we do retro stuff. Yeah, what you were wearing today was pretty close to the era. Because they're like kind of wear dresses the same way as they did the late 70s today. They're
Yeah,
just-
it's coming back.
Yeah, it is. So let's just do haircuts to go with it as well. If you're gonna wear the clothes from the time, let's
Yeah.
do the hair that goes with the time as well.
Might as well.
More authentic. When I was in high school, we liked mods, right? So we had the girls would bob their hair and wear the little like 60s dresses,
Yeah.
and the guys like I think it was 16 when I bought a vintage Vespa motor scooter. So we used to go around like that, but we were really authentic, including hair. The next gen, like what's going on now, is a lot of people are inspired by that, but not going as authentic as we did.
Yeah.
So, but well, yeah, when I was in, because I did high school in Toronto, late 80s, so the whole mod thing was really big back then. Not like mainstream popular, like that was obscure subculture, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's probably like a whole high school of 2,500 kids. There's probably 3 kids that were into it. But then you'd all knew each other from all different high schools. You'd all go downtown and hang out.
Yeah.
So it's more like that. It was a subculture thing. So we're gonna do this one around the ear. Yeah.
Yep.
And then we'll leave the line from the back. So it's gonna be. Yeah. You're really gonna see it. Have you ever been this short before?
No.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like amazing.
And then are you gonna like
Blend in.
blend it in? Yeah. Okay. Because I've always wanted to have like short hair. Didn't expect it to be this soon, but
Yeah. Well, this is a step towards that. 'Cause
Step
like
towards
I
it,
said,
yeah.
you come back and I'll do more haircuts with you anyway.
Mm.
So we can do transition things over time. But yeah, really go bold with it so you have that impact. Was it when you're 80 years old, you look back on the photo and think, oh my god, I'm so glad I did that. It was so much fun. Life memories.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like when I'm like 40, I'll probably just have the same haircut.
Maybe. You never
Maybe.
know.
Maybe.
Maybe 40 and divorced and you're doing like some kind of I don't know. Something crazy again.
True.
Who knows by then?
Mm.
So you're gonna look at these short hair when you get there.
You reckon?
Yep. You can tell that. This is the profile and everything you're saying. Hello, how are you?
Hi, thanks. Hello. Hi. How's it going? I'm good. Good. I'm just gonna, we're doing foils, eh? Yeah. I'm just gonna make a few. Okay, cool. I just see. I've got some, but not enough.
The other one you can do, you can shave it all the way up, but that's more like a modern, edgier.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna do more like,
More softer because
Softer.
does it suit more?
yeah.
Mm.
That's cool, man.
Are you doing more fringe or?
We'll take it off, but I don't want it short,
No.
but we're gonna
No.
go up to about there,
Okay, good.
yeah. Because we, yeah, your calico just make it pop. Start with there.
Yeah, I don't think I definitely don't think I want it long, like shorter than like the top of the brow.
Yeah, even if you go short hair,
Mm.
you're gonna have a longer fringe even with short hair,
Mm.
probably. Well, who knows, we'll see when, whatever inspires when we get there.
Oh, new glasses. These look like whiskey glasses.
Yeah.
I just popped the shade on. See what? Tea or coffee. So what do you want to do with the colour? Do you want to go lighter again, or?
Well, you know my lack of maintenance.
Yeah.
By, not by choice, but by
Yeah.
my old schedule and my.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I liked what we did last time. I think it grew out
maybe not
We
black.
did darker though.
You went darker.
Yeah.
But I have an idea now.
Okay.
You can decide.
Yeah.
But I thought of adding some red.
Okay.
But I know red is more maintenance than I probably do.
Not if you do it in foils. If you want it like just pieces of red, that's
Yeah.
good. It'll fade out nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will fade though.
Yeah.
But that's cool. It'll be fun for like
Yeah.
a few weeks. And,
So,
what I could do is I could do some like, because what red would look really good with is if you did do a little bit of lightness as well. So if we did some like darker, more natural colours and then a lighter colour and then a red.
Yeah.
That way you can see them all. Because if I just did dark and red, it kind of just mix together a lot really. You get contrast. Yeah, that's cool. Are you talking red? Like, yeah, but not orange red.
no.
Cool. Yeah, I thought that too. You probably suit the more like rich red. Anyway.
Something different. I feel like I've always used something.
Yeah.
We try to do the same thing so different.
Yeah, that's cool. It's fun.
Something to
Also, let's do these. I'll bring the colour chart out.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember about 7 years ago, pixies were so popular. The mullets were not popular at all.
Oh yeah, mullets have only come back
They
in
come
like
back
the past
in
like 2 years.
post-lockdown. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
lockdown thing.
Yeah, it was.
So like 7 years ago, pixies were really popular, but mullets were so unpopular. But any girl with long hair wanting a pixie, I'd say let's do the mullet first, and they went yeah, because it was just so wrong at the time. And then the one girl we said do the mullet, and then we went clubbing that night. She's walking a mullet around town, like the only person anywhere with a mullet. So it just stood out. But it's fun, like why not? Because you're gonna get a pixie anyway, so you might as well. But now it's like pixie or mullet? They're like mullet, because now people can't stand the pixie, right? Because that's not a thing anymore. But when pixies were popular, it was so easy to go, let's just do a mullet and then we'll do pixie after, like just for fun. And they're like, oh yeah, that'd be fun, it's fun. And one girl did it to prank her boyfriend. So she did the mullet and then sent pictures and stuff like that, and the boy was like almost to break up with her. Then we did the pixie, right? Because he just, was just playing with his head.
And then so
Yeah, but like, wow.
But now, like, 7 years ago, I never thought mullets were going to become popular. We're just like using them as a prank. If someone's going to go get a pixie anyway, you might as well prank, social media with a mullet first.
Yeah.
And then, put a picture after, like, just kidding. With your cute little pixie.
I think they're popular now as well because like people are adding like their own twists to it.
Yeah.
Like it's different to like what most people think.
Yeah.
When you think mullet, you think of like the raggedy like bogan.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not.
But some girls are doing that, like just the total old school hardcore, and it looks amazing on them because they're so pretty. They look good with anything anyway.
Yeah,
So it
it's
just
just
creates this whole edgy thing.
Yeah.
So even like the worst mullet ever looks amazing on some people,
Yeah.
it will fade,
but not everyone.
No.
And then some you do these like modern interpretations of it, it looks amazing too. But the thing about them, they're just liberating. They're just fun.
Yeah, it's like because everyone has. I like go through Wellington. I like go through uni. Everyone has the same like blonde long hair.
Yeah. Well, that's Kiwis.
Classic. So I get it. Yeah.
And
Some people just want to set themselves apart from the sheep.
I just wanted a different hairstyle,
Yeah.
from the one that I had. Just
What year are you in now?
I'm first year.
Oh, you're first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually it's about second and third year people start doing drastic changes like this. But you're first year, so you're doing it. Yeah, so you set yourself apart early on.
I mean, I went to the hairdressers and like asked for like a mullet, kind of like a shag mullet.
Yeah.
But they gave me a shag.
Yeah. The recent ones.
Yeah.
A bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I did that in high school.
Yeah.
nose orange, more.
That's also a Kiwi thing. A lot of hairdressers will
Yeah, I think that's really
back out. Like you're like, oh, I want to do this, and they're like, well, just do this instead, and maybe blah blah blah, just to see. They always do that back out. I don't. I'm not from here.
Yeah.
Someone says, oh, do a mullet. Like we're doing a mullet.
Okay.
Someone says, whatever it is, like let's just do like.
I knew straight away.
I don't care what you ask for. Is that what you want? Yeah. Because otherwise, if I don't do it, if I say like, maybe we'll just do this instead, then they're gonna go somewhere else, and someone else is gonna do it, and then I've lost a customer for life, right? Just because if a nervous hairdresser
Yeah.
will lose clients because they're not, they're not bold enough to cater to a bold customer.
Yeah.
You're just gonna lose it. You know, you're just gonna lose them.
Yeah.
Because now you're getting your mullet, but now with the person who said no to you is not doing this with you, and you're likely not to go back there.
Oh no.
Yeah, so there you go. That's a lost customer.
So you can see that might fade a little bit orangey. Yeah.
Just because they were thinking otherwise.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, these are all in the cooler tones anyway, so either or, but I think that one's good. Yeah. Sweet. And
It looks good because your waves are coming up
check out
more.
what I did last
Yeah.
time. Just like a natural.
And I wouldn't dry it or style it. I would just do the washing or shaking it down. And if you really want to fit in with how they were in that era, you'll have to start smoking lots of cigarettes.
No.
I know. I'll show you some of the photography from the time. Like, teenage smoking back then was rampant.
I know. I've seen
Yeah.
some statistics of like just like high schoolers
High
smoking.
schoolers.
back
My high
then.
school had a smoking section of school property for students, and the rule was you have to be 14 years old to smoke. And when I look back at my high school, that was our biggest rule in high school because we didn't have like high school's Toronto, right? So boys and girls, no dress code. There's that uniform thing, no dress code. Smoking sections over there. So our high school was like the biggest rule was you had to smoke in the smoking area. You had to be 14 years old to smoke. Beyond that, all rules were subjective in high school because they were raising free thinkers,
Yeah.
and they're still kind of that way today. New Zealand's different because it's do as you're told culture.
Yeah.
Boys' school, girls' school, stick a uniform on, do as you're
The
told.
European
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. And if a girl was ever wearing a high school uniform and smoking a cigarette walking on the street, everyone would call the school. Like even that, like they would just be, oh my god, I'm calling your school. I saw a girl smoking in a school uniform.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it wouldn't happen. Even then, even now.
Yeah, and like people used to smoke in like hospitals and everything, and people were
I
like,
know
"Oh
that,
yeah, it's
yeah.
healthy for you. It's good for you."
Yeah. Well, relieve stress.
Yeah.
Or you'd be pregnant and it's stressful, and the doctor would say, "I'll just go home and have a wine and a cigarette. You'll feel better."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that length.
Yeah, me too. I'm not doing any shorter than this. I'm just because it's blending in with the rest of it. So it is up a wee bit, but yeah, it's softly. Ooh. And then all you're gonna do is you're just gonna push it back a lot with your hands.
Yeah.
I could blow dry it like the ridiculous blow dry. I'm not really keen on that.
No.
Just use an antifrizz and then do a natural dry with it.
Yeah. That's fine.
So it's the classic shape cut, but with a modern style, not the classic shape style. And center part it. You can push it over because that's what you were doing before.
That's
but
what I was
for-
just doing with the haircut I had.
Yeah, with what you had. I think center parting looks better with this. It's just whether or not you are used to having that because you probably had pushed your hair over for your whole life.
For most of it, yeah. When I had long hair, I parted it a bit more. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you want to take it up to just like above the shoulders?
You can push all that forward as well. To be honest, cutting a mullet on your would have been very difficult for someone who is just not comfortable with the thickness of your hair type, because it has the potential to become a huge disaster
Yeah.
for somebody else. And then you're like, meh, let's just cut it. It'll be great. But yeah, I learned hair in Toronto. And Toronto is so multicultural. So you
Yeah.
have all the cultures from the world and hair that's way heavier than yours. And you have to pass multicultural hair to get your qualification to be a hairdresser. So it means you have to do Jamaicans and you know the different cultures. Jamaicans are the pickiest.
How so?
You're gonna be doing my hair? I'm like, yeah. What do you know about my hair?
Okay.
And like, okay, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if there's anything wrong, they're gonna tell you. If it's right, they're gonna say nothing. When everything's good, they say nothing. But when there's something wrong, they're going to tell you. And then but I remember like back because in hair school, like, you had to do that. And then the one client's like, you know, she was exactly like, you will be doing my hair? What do you know about my hair? And the instructor's like, he knows everything I taught him. She's, we'll see. So I did her hair. After she's like, white boy did my hair.
Oh my god.
She loved it. But my instructor was Jamaican too, and she did teach me everything I knew about. Like she knew, she taught me. But it's true. Like, I'm in my 20s. I'm shy. I'm quiet, and I'm a guy. What do I know about Jamaican hair? Like, if you're a Jamaican woman, you're like, what do you know about my hair?
Yeah.
Of course, she has the right to question that. And then my instructor, he knows everything I taught him.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
And I do it. White boy did my hair. She loved it. She's all impressed. But she's impressive too because it's also the exchanging culture. Like, it takes a lot to do that kind of hair and a lot of knowledge behind it and to be confident with it. So even something like washing it and the scalp treatments and stuff. And they're satisfied with how you're doing it, but they're just blown away that a guy like me is able to be doing it, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of what's so cool about it.
But it should be more normal. Like, people should know different hairs.
Yeah, the challenge with Wellington or with New Zealand in general, when you're in hair school, there's not enough of those type of clients in this culture to be able to do. We're Toronto, like 49% of Toronto is born in another country.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we're pretty much there with the length.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want any short.
No. And what I'll do is I'll spritz it, we'll do some anti-frizz, and we'll put you under the natural dry machine.
Okay.
It works. The length will be a bit more fun. Otherwise, it's good. Yeah.
And just rock our haircut like this with attitude. And so does the thing just get sassy back.
Oh, okay.
Sass factor times 10. No,
Anyway,
you're
like,
right. Sass factor times 11.
Oh, wow.
Because have you ever seen Spinal Tap?
No.
This is Spinal Tap. Oh, the best scene ever. Because that's a movie from that era. Like, it's a documentary. And he says, the amps, were they live? Because our amps go to 11. And then, the other guys, it goes to 10. So when you get to 10, and you can't go anymore because you're at 10, but ours go to 11, you can just go to 11. There's one more. And the guy doing the interview goes, well, why don't you just have them go to 10, but make 10 louder? And he goes, well, ours go to 11. It's like the best scene ever. And those guys are like, that's just that early 80s big hair kind of band. Spinal Tap. And it was a mockumentary, not a documentary.
Gotcha.
And if you ever watch, what's that called? Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. You ever watch that?
No.
Oh, anyhow. Because some of the actors from Spinal Tap were in Better Call Saul years later, and they're, I grew up with them being young rockers. And then now you see them playing conservative lawyers, and you're like, oh my god, that's Spinal Tap guy. So yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah.
And it's about getting your fringe to get used to that kind of flicky.
Yeah.
It will go.
Was she in hospital?
She was at hospice.
Yeah.
And you're kind of tall.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is adjusted one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Coffee, tea, water, anything?
Yeah.
Can I get a water?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But just lots of alterations and lots of
Mostly dry. We don't want to dry it out completely. So
yeah,
put some
it's
frizz.
good for that, yeah. But I have ideas, I guess. There's just lots of, there's like at least one sketch and the idea of it a little bit more involved. Like putting this in, making a buttonhole or something like that. Like those.
Don't you love it?
I find quite hard.
I do.
Yeah, me too.
I could do things so in a straight line.
And I'll just fish for some of this off to the sides, like I said.
It's fine.
So
and
we're
I'm
gonna
still
go.
learning. I've had it for about just over a year, so definitely.
With like wavy curly hair like yours, it's good to do. I call this the fishing expedition.
Knowing which needs
Just go in there. It's just, you can do stuff like this at home too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
So you know, it's, you're not gonna see it.
Keep going back and, yeah, it's,
Learning from you is really hard.
yeah, I feel like someone needs to be there with me, you know, show me how to do it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, my husband like exclusively learns from videos.
Well, this could both
Lots
ways.
of review of a product, and it's always a video.
And I like the way, we did cut it around the ear, but then the stuff above that, I
In our little garden.
Oh, yeah.
So,
just left a little bit of weight there.
Yeah.
But like I said, the other thing you can do is you can actually crank it really sharp through there, if you want to. But that's sort of stuff you can evolve into as you go. Because this is a good one for today. And then it's unlimited what we can do for it today.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to grow
And if you want to see what you look like with short hair.
yeah, I just wouldn't find it interesting enough. Yeah.
It's not bad though, eh?
No, I just look like my brother.
Yeah. It's the initial shock of it, but yeah, that's you with a short haircut. You can actually freak people out. Twist this up in the back and then walk into a room and they're like, oh my god! And then or stick a baseball hat or something, but
Yeah.
no, I didn't do that. Pretty cool. Yeah, I love it. Now you're probably going to keep flicking it over because that's this creature of habit. It's going to be so hard for you to change that. But either way, it's good. Or just push it back.
Yeah.
I prefer that look. I prefer it in that messy and just shake it around a bit. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll grab a mirror for the back.
Thank you.
No problem.
And he's probably spent about $500 extra on
Yeah.
That's really cool.
like fish oil things that you
Cool.
need.
Let's get some photos of it.
I just slipped it on my head.
Yeah.
Whereas I like to go, I'm just traditional, I like to go and ask, you know, someone like.
Cool. Enough.
Couple after that, you know, and then you just yeah.
And what you can do, go and have fun with it.
Yeah.
When it inspires you to come and do more with your hair, you just let me know because you know how to get hold of me.
Yeah.
There's one more thing I wanted to do right there too. One more fishing expedition. This is where my perfectionism kicks in. Maybe that last one.
And my dad's like, I started doing this for good.
But that's the best thing about wavy hair. You can sculpt into it.
Like it doesn't even, it's not even, it doesn't even look that much shorter, but look how much hair is on the floor.
I know it was a lot cut off, but no, I think that's amazing. It's just really something about it. Just you rock it, yeah.
Thank you.
Go get drunk in a club. Let me see one more thing over here. No, we're good. I have to stop touching it.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Enjoy.